Again, big night by a lot of them. Laisha Clarendon with a triple-double tonight. Absolutely, came in and was great on the boards as a point guard and distributed and just played fearlessly and relentlessly. Kia Nurse with a bunch of threes tonight. Dearica Hamby with a monster double-double. So I thought we did a lot of really good things at times. I take it as my responsibility that a lot of the starters got tired at the end of the third quarter all at one time, and I had to substitute more players at one time in the start of the fourth quarter than I would have liked. And that 9-0 run to start the fourth quarter ultimately was a hard situation to dig out of, but we never quit. We really battled and showed our scrappiness that we're going to be defined by this year. And it's a great learning lesson for our young post players in Cam and Rakia to go against one of the best ever in Tina Charles tonight. And obviously she had a really efficient big night for them. And so overall, it is a disappointing result because I thought we played well enough in stretches to win this game. But what a great start in a lot of ways on what we're trying to build as a culture and how we're playing and sharing it and moving it and playing faster. And so something to grow from tonight.
Coach Edwin Garcia, Swish Appeal. You mentioned that fourth quarter run and having to improve in that area. Besides just not scoring there, what was happening that Atlanta was doing offensively to kind of get on a roll there and kind of break that even, game that was happening in the first, second, and third quarter?
Yeah, I thought our offensive inefficiency to start the fourth quarter was as much contributing to our defense. We did not get any paint touches early in the fourth quarter, and we were stuck at the arc and really around the perimeter, didn't have a lot of movement with that group. That offensive inefficiency allowed them to get out in transition and move us and play off of missed baskets where maybe your defense and your schemes aren't as on point. And then they went at us inside early in that fourth quarter. So again, it was a tough 9-0 run to start. I take that my responsibility because we were playing a lot of the second unit all together instead of sprinkled in with some of the starters who had really good nights.
Coach, Fredo Cervantes here with the Sporting Tribune. Despite the loss, what are some of the positives you take out of this game?
I thought we played really hard. I thought we were really scrappy. That is a team on paper that most predict have a chance to be a top 4 team. And so we didn't back down. They're big. They have good versatility offensively because they have 2 outstanding wings who can really score the ball, but then they can always throw it to Tina and Cheyenne. So they are really, really deep in their starters with weapons. But I loved our scrappiness. I loved our tempo for the most part. I think you see that we can be a better 3-point shooting team than we were last year overall. We did not have a good night at the foul line, but just so much positives. You got to take away in a build year, you got to take away the positives. And I just thought we played so hard.
Coach, Cameron Brink had 11 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists or 2 blocks in her debut, but she also ran a little bit of foul trouble early. What did you see from her specifically that you guys missed throughout the stretches that she had to sit down?
Yeah, again, Cam has to find a way to stay out of foul trouble because she's so important to what we're doing. She helps spread the floor offensively. She's a really good distributor of the ball with a 6'5" person, so she can create opportunities for her teammates. Defensively, she's great rim protection, but when you play 3 minutes, in the first, stretch and have to sit down, that's a big blow. So we're a 6'6" player not with us right now in Azurá Stevens. So it even is more magnified how much she has to stay on the court. But a really good debut. She battled through that. She, battled her emotions of being frustrated of being in foul trouble and, put together a nice second half. So that stat line for a rookie, with less than 20 minutes in the game is a really solid start for her. We just got to keep her on the floor longer.
Yeah, Curt, can you evaluate Rakia's debut?
Yeah, Rikia, is a really talented offensive player. I know that she wasn't as efficient as she's capable. She left a couple shots short that she's, capable of making, but she can find her own offense. That's what's special about her. When plays break down, people take you out of your system, she can go make plays. And that's not common, with everybody around the league. So I'm excited about it, be a little bit more efficient. And again, I think it was a great learning lesson to have to guard the Tina Charles and the Cheyenne Parkers of the world your first game. Now she's rewarded and she might have to go guard Asia Wilson.
Hey, Coach, it's DJ from Infinity TV. Erin McDonald also had a really great game. Can you talk about how you plan to use her in the future for rotations to add to the offense?
Yeah, again, we can't play our starters that many minutes for 40 games, and we know the cadence of games that are upcoming and how difficult this Olympic year is with our schedule. Our starters have to be off the floor more, but they gutted it out tonight. Ari is a change of pace guard. She's a 1-2 punch to Leja. She's a different look at the point guard position, obviously smaller, but can really keep our tempo up with that next unit. Plus, she's a really talented shooter from the arc. She's been a scorer since her college days. She didn't get that going tonight. She was 0 for 3 from the arc, but you're going to see nights where Ari makes 2, 3, or more threes. So we look for that, but she's got to be a pest on the ball where she might not be as big and have the physicality that Leja has. She can give us a different look.
Thank you.
Coach Michael Matthew from Vanity TV. Just looking at Lexi, just what's your thoughts on her performance tonight, and just how happy are you to see her, back on the floor playing for you guys?
Yeah, I think, I'm bullish on saying that I think Lexi was off to an all-star year last year before her illness. It's great to have her back, first and foremost. Gratitude and appreciation that way. You never take for granted being able to be on the court. So, having Lexi Brown healthy is a lot of fun because you can do a lot of interesting scheming offensively with her skill set. The one thing that's great is Lexi had a windy path. She's finally found a home and she is a legit go-to scorer now in this league, but she's treated like it. So one of the things that Lexi has earned the reputation now that she's the Sparks go-to player. And with that, you get to get the best defender. So, again, she saw that out of the gate. The best defender was on her the whole night, really face guarding and top blocking most of the night. And we got to use Lexi efficiently as a screener to get her open. We've got to use her in different ways. And she can't get frustrated because she has earned the right to be guarded by the opponent's best player every night. That's the great thing, that she's put herself in position. But with that, comes obviously the maturation of understanding now every night the defensive schemes are going to be geared towards her. So I'm excited to work with her through the process, not only physically, but mentally.
Last question, John.
Coach John W. Davis, Southern California News Group. Can you talk a little bit more about the vets, in particular, Kia, De'Erica, and Leja? All really seem like they had excellent games, to be frank, for what they all contributed. And, the impact that you feel like they want to make this year, because, vets always have something to prove, especially on this team.
Yeah, I think, maybe all but Lexi were 50% or better from the field. We made threes. They played hard. They were scrappy. They didn't back down. I thought that starting unit was terrific. And so, I got the stat sheet late. I haven't added it up, but I got to believe that they shot well over 50% as a unit or thereabouts. And so they also had an efficient night. So that group has had a chemistry really quickly. And we're going to bring that bench along. The bench is better than that. They played tonight and they know it. We know it. We have confidence in them, but really proud of that starting unit. They've all been asked to take on a more prominent role with this team, and they're embracing it. And, I can't wait to keep working with that starting unit.
Thank you, Curt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Curt.